In the heart of Canada's vast subarctic frontier lies a mystery that refuses to die. A tale passed down through whispers, obscure newspaper clippings, and frightened trappers. A story so bizarre, so chilling that it sounds like something torn from a horror novel, but it's real. Or at least, it might be. This is the mystery of the vanishing village at Anjikuni Lake. A place where an entire community vanished overnight without a single trace. It's November 1930. Temperatures are plunging below zero. The Canadian wilderness is silent, white, and unforgiving. Fur trapper Joe LaBelle, a seasoned outdoorsman familiar with the wild, is making his way to the Inuit settlement near Anjikuni Lake, nestled in the remote Kavalik region of what is now Nunavut. LaBelle had visited this village before. He knew the people, friendly, warm, deeply connected to the land. But this time, something was wrong. He stepped into the clearing where the village should have been alive with the sound of dogs barking, children laughing, fires crackling, and instead, he was met with nothing. Silence. Not the peaceful kind, the kind that screams. Joe LaBelle entered the nearest hut. No one. Inside, a pot of stew sat on the fire, burned to charcoal. Blankets still warm. Fur-lined boots placed neatly by the door. In other cabins, he found similar scenes. Meals half-eaten, rifles hanging undisturbed, personal items untouched. The villagers had left in a hurry, or so it seemed. But there were no signs of a struggle, no blood, no tracks in the snow. It was as if the entire population had stepped outside and vanished into thin air. Even stranger, LaBelle found the village dogs, sled animals vital for survival in the north, dead and frozen, still tied to their posts. Why would anyone leave behind their only means of transportation and protection? LaBelle, unnerved, reported what he saw to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police via telegraph. When officers arrived days later, they found something even more disturbing. The village's small graveyard had been dug up. Every grave, emptied, the remains gone. Who would do such a thing? And more importantly, why? Local accounts mention something else. Something bizarre. Around the time of the disappearance, several people, including trappers and travelers nearby, claimed they saw strange lights in the sky above Anjikuni Lake, pulsing, changing colors, silent. Northern lights? Possibly, but some described circular patterns, hovering movements, and low-frequency hums that didn't match the aurora borealis. It was 1930. No aircraft could have done what was described, and the wilderness of northern Canada is no place for tricks of the imagination. As the years passed, theories began to swirl, some logical, others far more unsettling. Theory 1, a harsh exodus. Could the villagers have left in desperation due to starvation, illness, or extreme cold? But if so, where did they go? And why leave everything, including their dogs, behind? Theory 2, supernatural forces. Indigenous oral histories speak of spirits that haunt the north, Tornat, beings that live in the wind and steal people who dare to disturb the balance of nature. Some say the village may have disrespected sacred ground and paid the price. Theory 3, alien abduction. With the bizarre lights and total lack of human remains, some UFO researchers believe this may be one of the first recorded mass abductions in history, long before Roswell. An entire village taken. Theory 4, a hoax or misreporting. Here's where things get muddy. The RCMP later denied any such event occurred. Some skeptics believe the entire story was an exaggeration or fabrication. A newspaper editor's attempt to sensationalize a quiet winter. But if that's true, why were there independent accounts backing LaBelle's story at the time? And what of the graves? The dogs? The burned food? Too many details to simply ignore. Today, Anjikuni Lake is still there, serene, beautiful, untouched. But the village is long gone. No structures, no signs of where its people went, just emptiness. Searches over the years have turned up nothing. No journal, just wind, snow, and questions. Some say the village never existed. Others believe its people were taken by forces beyond our comprehension. But the truth is, we may never know. we're left with fragments. A trapper's story, a few old clippings, and the silence of a place that should be filled with life. And maybe that's what makes it so terrifying. Not the answers, but the absence of them. So what do you think happened at Anjikuni Lake? Did the villagers walk willingly into the frozen wilderness? Or were they taken by something watching from the dark? Leave your theory in the comments below. If you enjoy real-life mysteries that blur the line between fact and folklore, subscribe for more. And remember, some places are quiet for a reason.